Hi there. I'm David Sheeler. I'm pastor of First Presbyterian Church in Dunedin, Florida. And I thought it'd be good to provide just a short little tutorial about how to use some of the online platforms that you'll find in our weekly email news the next week at First Presbyterian Church, as well as on our website and Facebook page as well. Obviously, we're using a lot of these platforms now, these online platforms, to stay connected as a congregation during the current crisis, but these are also great tools that hopefully we'll continue to use even after this immediate crisis is over. These are great ways to be able to connect with each other and with the congregation, even if miles or circumstance keep us apart from one another. Great ways to be able to build community online. So I want to start with our weekly email, and I'm going to go down here and share my screen with you so you can see what it is that I see. And I'm going to come to my email program. You see this. This is Microsoft Outlook. This is just the way that I interface with my email. You may have a website that you go to for your email, or you may use Outlook or some other program as well. And so your email layout may look a little bit different, or quite a bit different, perhaps, than mine does. But nevertheless, you see here that there it is, the email from the church next week at First Presbyterian Church of Dunedin. So I'm going to start scrolling down. There it is, March the 29th, this coming week. I'm going to start scrolling down and take a look at some of the particular tools that you'll find here in the email. The first thing that you'll come to, of course, here is the just that brief sort of message that I often give in a video, and I'm trying to certainly keep up with during these days. And this is very simple to interact with. All you have to do is just simply click on the image somewhere, and it will automatically, you see, pop up with the video from YouTube.
Hi there.
And there it starts.
David Sheeler, pastor.
Yeah, enough of him. We won't listen to him anymore. But so that's very simple to do. Scrolling down a little bit further, the next article you'll come to is about our online worship service. It's on both. Will be on both YouTube and Facebook. And I know past couple Sundays we've had some issues with the YouTube channel, but we have gotten those worked out. It should be fine in the future. But these the worship service will be on these two platforms on beginning on 10:30 on Sunday mornings. So if you scroll down this little article, you'll come to three different boxes. This first one, it says click here for FPC's YouTube channel, and so you can find the worship service there on YouTube. And this is great because anybody with a computer can click this button and get to where you need to be. Now you'll see here that what pops up is our church YouTube channel, just the front page of that. And down below here, you'll see all the different videos that have been posted to our channel. There's the weekly message that we just took a little glimpse at a second ago, as well as last week's worship service. So you see the date there, March the 22nd, 2020. The week before, the 15th, and then actually the next one is from back in January. We had a little gap there, some technical issues. So you just simply click on the worship service that you want. Now, when this coming Sunday's worship service is posted, you'll see that listed here as well. And so you just click on that. It'll say 3/29/2020. So you just click on that service, and it will automatically pop up. I'll show you what happens. I'll click on last week's service. There it is. There's the video and the opening.
Good morning.
So that's pretty straightforward. Now going back to the email, again, this is that same article for the worship service. See that same article for the worship service. So we clicked on the red box for the YouTube channel. You can, if you want, click on the blue box to get the same video, but on Facebook. Now, you have to have a Facebook account in order to see anything on Facebook. The good news is that the vast majority of folks have a Facebook account. If for some reason you're in the minority, and that's okay, you won't be able to really see anything. You won't be able to retrieve anything from Facebook without a Facebook account. But if you do have a Facebook account, again, it's very simple. You just click on the blue box and up pops the church's Facebook page, and in particular, the video section of the church's Facebook page. And you can see that there. Here's our little bell tower and a little emblem of the side Highlands Avenue entrance to the church. And then you can see here is already selected videos. And so all you have to do is to scroll down, and you'll come to this. It says all videos. And so this lists all the videos that have been posted to our church Facebook page. There's a nice video that George did, him singing "Great Are You, Lord." Give you a little taste of Worship Cafe if you're hungry for that. As well as you can see the video from last week's service. Here is an online discussion group that we did. That video is posted there, as well as some other videos down below. So again, when the next Sunday's worship service is posted onto Facebook, you'll see that listed here as well. And you just simply click on the video, and it pops up in Facebook's player. Now you can see last week I had a little issue with which way to turn my phone, but we finally got that sorted out in a little while. But again, very straightforward, very, very simple. Going back to, again, to the weekly email. Again, this is that article. Scrolling back down, this is that article about online worship. And again, you'll see that, again, the YouTube channel, Facebook page. And then here, you can click on this green box, and you can get a copy of the church's, the worship bulletin for that Sunday, worship guide for that Sunday. So as with YouTube and with Facebook, you just click on the green box, and this will actually take you to our church website. And you see this blue box here. It says bulletin, click here. Click on that. And up pops the worship bulletin, the worship guide. And it has words to all the prayers and all the hymns that we will be singing and saying on Sunday. So again, click on the green box. It takes you to the church's website, and then you can click on bulletin, and you'll immediately download the church's bulletin for that coming Sunday. Again, scrolling down that same email message, weekly email, next week at First Presbyterian Church. Here is an article on a Wednesday evening Bible study that we're starting online. Again, Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. Now, these small group opportunities, we are going to post in two different platforms. You can get them on Zoom, which is a great platform. We haven't talked about that yet, but it's a great platform because it allows interaction. If you use Zoom, then you can, your picture of you will show up, video of you will show up, and as well as everybody else who's using Zoom, and you'll be able to talk to each other. It's a video conferencing platform, and so great to use. You do need to have, in order to have that interaction, you do need to have a camera and a microphone connected to your computer. The good news is that for most computers that have been purchased, gosh, in the past 5 years or more probably, already have cameras and microphones built in to them. Now you can use Zoom. If you don't have those, you just won't be able to be heard or to be seen. But anyway, there's the article about it, and there are the boxes that you can check. You can check, click here to join the Zoom conversation. You click on that, and it will take you to a web browser, and then you'll get this. So you can see here that you are on Zoom, and you are actually being invited to download. There is a little program, a little Zoom program that needs to be downloaded the first time you use Zoom. Often that will pop up on its own, or if it doesn't pop up on its own, you can click here where it says download and run Zoom. You can click on that. It will provide you with a little prompt. You can see here, you'll want to choose run. Depending on the web browser you're using, it may say run, or it may ask you a question where the answer is yes. You ask if you do want to download this little program. And then as soon as you download it, the Zoom interface will automatically pop up. It will ask you, I can't actually do it right now because of the way I have my computer figured, so I can't really show you this, but it will pop up. It should ask you if you want to use your computer's camera. Again, you'll want to say yes. It'll also ask you if you want to join using your computer's audio. Again, you'll want to say yes to do that. Now there is an option if even if you don't use Zoom, or if you don't want to or aren't able to use your computer's microphone, you can also use your telephone to dial into Zoom. And again, whether you use the Zoom program or not, you can still dial in, and you see that here. And I'll just do it. I've got my actually, I'm going to change this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a second so you can see my phone here. And then all you have to do is just simply dial in. And on your keypad, it's the directions are there in the email. The number's there in the email, but it's 301-715-8592.
Welcome to Zoom. Enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
Okay, so the meeting ID is in that email, so you just punch it in.
You have not entered any numbers. Please re-enter your meeting ID followed by pound.
I know, just be patient. So again, the meeting ID is in the email. It's 326-678-3798. And then it said pound. Okay, there you go.
Enter your participant ID followed by pound. Otherwise, just press pound to continue.
You don't have a participant ID, so just press pound again.
You are in the meeting now. There is one other participant in the meeting. This meeting is being recorded. You are muted. You can mute or unmute your...
Okay, I was getting a little feedback there because actually what I was doing was listening in to this recording that I'm making, so we got a little bit of a feedback loop. But again, so you can dial that number even if you don't want to use Zoom, or if you do use Zoom and don't want to use your computer audio. The trick is you don't want to use your computer audio and dial in because that will create some confusion. Now, if you don't want to use Zoom, you can also simply watch this Bible study using Facebook Live. And again, unfortunately, to use Facebook Live, you are going to need a Facebook account. But if you do have a Facebook account, again, it's as simple as just clicking that box. And just like before, the church's Facebook page with the video section already coming up is right there. And you'll see that Facebook Live posted there with the videos. Again, pretty simple. Here's another opportunity. Eric Houghton, the teacher of the Seekers class, is providing a short study, little snippet of what he normally would do in class as an audio email. And you can sign up for this. Even if you haven't been a part of the Seekers class in the past, you can still sign up for the weekly email. Eric is glad to send that to you, and you'll receive a little audio file with that email. So it's real easy to sign up. You just come down here, it says join Seekers weekly audio email. You click on that, And depending on what you use for your email, this is actually pulling up my personal email, my Gmail account. And you can see here that it is filling everything in. So there's Eric's email address. There's the subject line. Please send me the Weekly Seekers audio email. And here's a little message to Eric. Eric, please add me to your list to receive the Weekly Seekers audio email. Thank you. All you have to do, just press send, and Eric will get your email. And obviously with that will be your email address, so he can easily slip that in to his weekly email blast, and you'll get that audio email of his teaching for the week. So again, very straightforward. Similarly, the next article that you'll see is a coloring page resource that we're making available to families with children, or doesn't matter how old you are. If you like coloring, as a scripture-based coloring page, and you can do it yourself, enjoy that, or to sit down with kids of all ages and enjoy that together, or individually. And I'm sending this out every week, as I said, to families in our congregation as well as in preschool. And like the email to Eric, this is simply an easy sign up. You just click this blue box that says Get Weekly Coloring Pages. You click on that, just like signing up for Eric's email. Your email service will pop up, and the email is already filled out for you. There's my email address. There's the subject. And there's the email. Please add me to your list of weekly email coloring pages for families. And you can just press send. And I'll get the email, and I'll have your address and can send that to you. Let's see, we're getting towards the end of this. Here's some other good announcements for the week about staying healthy with COVID, about the church office being closed currently, about those community connectors that should be making calls here by the congregation, about an opportunity to give to Dunedin Cares, what they need. Also, feeding program for students provided through the public schools. A couple of other articles, some great things that folks in the church have been able to do this week to care. And then this, as you know, in the past, provided a link to each weekly worship service. If you missed worship last week, you can catch it here. And like the opening video, you just simply click on the image, and that will take you directly to the YouTube video with the service. There it is. So again, all you have to do is just click on that image, and that will take you directly to the video. And that's pretty much it. Here again, in case you didn't catch it the first time, are links again to the church's YouTube channel, as well as the church's Facebook page and their Facebook videos. Those are there, and you can again click on those they're available. I also wanted to take a quick moment to go over the links that are on the church's website. And so you see here that I've loaded the church's website, just simply fpcdunedin.org. You see that up there. And you see our front page here to the website. You can catch the videos here. It says live sermons, but actually all the sermons are behind this link. You just click on it. And as before, this is going to take you to the church's YouTube page. And all those videos are listed here. When the new video, when the next Sunday's video is posted, you'll find that here as well. You just simply click on it. And again, if you want to, you can click this red subscribe button up here in the corner, and then they will provide you alerts every time we post something new to the church YouTube channel. And again, as before, we got to hear from the weekly email last time, but here it is again, downloading the worship guide or the worship bulletin for that Sunday. Just click it, and up it pops. If you want to, this actually can be helpful. You may want to print that, and you can see here there's a little printer icon and you just simply click that. And assuming that you've got a printer connected to your computer, that will pop up, and you can print. You can print to it. It's pretty straightforward. Back here to the church website. One last thing to show you, there is here a Donate Now button, and I would be remiss if I didn't point this out and help folks with it. Obviously, none of us are able to drop money directly into the offering plate, because since we're not gathering in person, so you can give online. Of course, if you're not comfortable giving online, you certainly can continue to drop a check in the mail. We are checking the mail on a regular basis, a daily basis. So don't worry, that will be secure and fine. But if you do want to explore donating online, you can do that. Certainly, probably the easiest way is if you are already doing online banking through your own bank or financial institution, is simply include the church as one of the online payees, like you would your Duke Energy bill or mortgage or any other online payment that you make. You can set the church up through your bank or financial institution's online payment. Or if you want to, you can also use the church's online contribution service. So you just simply click on the Donate Now button. That page will load for you. You see a number of things that you can give towards. The general one, of course, is just contributions, gift to the church. You click on that, you hit continue. It will ask about your payment. You can set it up as a recurring payment of some sort. You can put in the date that you want it to be contributed, and then certainly the the amount. You can also include any comments about that. If there's, you want it to go to something that is not listed in the previous screen, you can make a comment there like you would the memo line of a check. You can do that, and then just simply press continue. Now here, they're going to ask for some information, your last name, address, and of course, as always, to make sure you're not a robot, you'll have to click that as well. And again, press continue. I won't take all the time to fill in that information, but the next screen will be the payment screen, where you'll enter either your bank routing number and your account number, or your credit card or debit card number. You can use any of those forms of payment, but that's on the next screen, the payment screen, that will come up after that. So that's pretty much it. We are going to, in the next few days, add some additional buttons here on the front page of the church website, particularly to some of the other ongoing events that you saw in the weekly email this week and in following weeks. So that will also be posted here on the front page of the church website, so you can get to them either places, either through the weekly email, next week e-news email, or here on the church webpage. Well, again, I hope this has been helpful, and you've been able to learn quite a bit about these online platforms. As I said, they're great ways, especially right now when we aren't able to be together physically, to at least be together online, and to be able to connect and support and care for one another, and to experience God's presence with us. Because Jesus said, whenever 2 or 3 are gathered, he is there. And I'm sure that promise is true even when we are gathered online. So I hope to see you online and eventually in person. But in the meantime, take care and God bless. Oh, before I forget, if you do run into any issues or any problems, please feel free to drop me a note, drop me an email. Be happy to try to answer any questions that you have, or contact you directly and try to walk you through any issues that you may be having. But if you do want to, feel free to drop me an email at pastor@fpcdunedin.org. Again, pastor@fpcdunedin.org. I'd be glad to help you out. Again, take care, stay well, stay safe, stay home if you can at all possible. And I'll look forward to seeing you again online and in person. But in the meantime, God bless. Bye-bye.